How do you spot big crypto moves before they happen? If you guys been following my channel, you guys know that I'm a big technical analysis guy and I chart patterns on a daily basis, showing you guys how a lot of these altcoins, Bitcoin, even the stock market, how it moves based on these technical patterns. And how I actually spot big moves before they happen is I look for these patterns before they actually break out. Because let's face it, after the breakout has happened, it is a much higher risk move, okay? Assuming that you're chasing the higher highs, because that's what most people are doing, right? Of course, you could chase the higher lows, which are a lot lower risk, and in my opinion, right, which I like. But some of these other patterns are also very good to spot. I'll show you guys some of them, as well as with my latest price predictions and analysis with Arbitrum, because I haven't talked about Arbitrum for a little while. What has it been doing? What has changed since the last time I've talked about it? Is the price target, is the big price target still intact? So let's go ahead and dive into Arbitrum here, right? And I'll show you guys how I use some of these charts and get in before some of these bigger moves happen, okay? So this is Arbitrum on the weekly time frame, falling wedge pattern. Falling wedges are definitely a pattern you guys should be paying attention to. Probably the most common pattern you guys will see on your charts if you just start charting them. Okay, Ask your AI chatbot, ChatGPT, Grok, even Google. Okay, um, you know what a falling wedge pattern is, right? Falling wedge pattern, I'll tell you, based on my 5+ years of trading, I see these on a daily basis, sometimes a couple of them in a single day, depending on what time frame you guys are charting. But basically, they are bullish patterns that have a higher chance of breaking to the upside. Now, I say higher chance of breaking to the upside, not 100% chance, okay? That is the name of this game. Nothing in this market is 100%. There's going to be a higher chance of going in one direction depending on the pattern, and falling wedges have a higher chance of breaking to the upside, but also have to consider the downside risk because I've seen them break down as well. Now, with Arbitrum here, this actually broke out on the week of July 7th. That was a very bullish week, if you guys remember. Well, July has been a very bullish month. And price target for this breakout here is about $2.20. Okay, now price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less. A lot of it is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin has more room to pump, that is going to be good for a lot of these altcoins. However, if Bitcoin starts dumping, that's not going to be good for for a lot of these altcoins. Okay, especially extensive dumping for Bitcoin, that's going to ruin these altcoin setups. Now, since the breakout here for Arbitrum, it has been trying to get on top of some of these weekly moving averages, right? It is basically at the weekly 21 SMA right now at about that 42 cents level. It's trying to get on top of the weekly 50 SMA, that's about 52 cents, right? Now, it has also formed a smaller falling wedge pattern here since the breakout. And for the smaller falling wedge pattern, you can probably see it more clearly on a daily time frame, right? Daily time frame falling wedge pattern. I have recharted the last falling wedge pattern, so this is a recharted one. Now, price target for this falling wedge pattern here, if it breaks out by this point, for example, would be a price target of trying to read this. 63 cents almost. 63 cents price target. Now, if it comes up to 63 cents, that could potentially form some type of a cup and handle pattern here on the daily time frame, which is also a bullish pattern, okay? And that also has a higher chance of breaking to the upside, but this is still too early to say, right? It's not developed yet. But if you guys want to continue seeing any more of Arbitrum, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, or let me know if you guys want to see any other coins in this market. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis. And I'll see you on the next one.